not.
I'm out of here. Get me out of here. I'm done. The day of the wedding, after that whole big just moment happened, I still haven't seen that yet. I only know, what I lived through. But after that, I really just realized this is like an amazing person, and he was just speaking his truth, and I stood up for what I believed in, he stood up for what he believed in, and we decided to give it another go, and we've been together ever since, and it's just been this crazy wild ride.
Honestly, I didn't know I was gonna say I don't, so it's really crazy to say, but inside everything that was seen on camera and everything that's been seen to the world isn't everything that happened. So we had a lot of, behind the scenes, beautiful moments where we enjoyed our time together. We had fun. We stayed up laughing late at night. We watched movies. We did go ride scooters through, Atlanta. Like, we had our fun date moments. And when we were together, we loved it. And we clashed really well. Like, everything worked. And sometimes I feel like the pressure of, TV or cameras, relatably to people that have never done it before, you can crash under pressure. And the idea of being able to give, because I did fall in love with her, I did still love her, I didn't want it to end at the wedding. I didn't want either of us to really feel locked down, or because we had to have a wedding, that had to determine where we went from here.
Yeah, we didn't want this show to determine what we felt because of this experience. We wanted to just really give it a true chance without all of that added pressure on top of it. Let's talk. Apparently, that's the one thing that we can't do. So right now, we're going to talk. Please sit.
We had our challenges. It wasn't easy right when we got off the show. I mean, we still had our fights. We still had our blow-ups. And the biggest thing is, do we want to make this work? Yeah. Are we in it because we run a show together, or are we in it because we love each other and this is like what we really want? And I think we sat down, we had to talk about it, and we said, we do care about each other. We're gonna have these challenges. It's not gonna be easy, but it'll be worth it. And we fought, we argued, we laughed, we've cried, we went on trips together, and we find out, like, overall we make a pretty great team.
No, I don't know. Huh? It has been so exciting, so scary, so overwhelming in all the different forms. And surprisingly, just like everyone's just been so nice.
So nice.
So nice. Yeah. And like, we are just so grateful for that. We know that, maybe that might not last forever, but I love that everyone has seen this experience for what it is, and they relate to Damian, they relate to me, and in moments that I'm like, wow, like, really? Like, you chose that moment? Like, I did not like that moment, and I'm really happy that, like, it helped you, or that you liked that.
Us coming onto the show, we both had, past relationships, whatever the case is, things that didn't work out, and I think we got to the point in our life, like, this probably isn't gonna work. I mean, when I came on here, I was like, this probably isn't gonna work. Yeah. I'm not gonna blind date and meet somebody. Yeah. But it boggled my mind. I was sitting there like, do I actually want to do this? Like, they called me back again. Am I actually gonna go on the show? And it was a joke on the show. I swore they were gonna show it, but they actually found me on Tinder.
They found me on Instagram. Really?
So yeah. I didn't apply for this. They found me on Tinder and matched this girl. And I was like, finally, I matched somebody cute. And then this girl hit me up on Instagram, and she's like, I'm actually casting for the show. So, and people were like, I can't believe like you're on Tinder. And I'm like, well, it led me here. And
yes.
Everybody's tired of swiping. Everybody's tired of looking. Like, you want somebody you can have a real connection with, and this show did that. It allowed us to take out all that.
After the show, I think the show, for me at least, caused so many self-revelations, right? Like, this is your life. This is how, we respond to things. Like, let's do some soul searching here. And I realized my soul wasn't in that anymore. And I actually went through like a good amount of jobs the past year.
Seven,
like a good amount. But it was good because each one taught me something different, and I was just able to finally just like
Never
find
gave
my
up,
ground. Never gave up.
Never gave up.
And
she sets her mind to something. That is one thing I will give her. Is she goes for it, and she'll stay with it. So
I see you as my equal, and I'm just as strong as you. So I want to ask you, Damian Powers, will you marry me?
I will marry you.
I'll marry you too.
It's definitely an experience that you don't know how you're gonna react until you're there. I didn't know that I was gonna fall in love with him in a pod while talking to someone through a wall. Like, I didn't know that that was gonna happen in the first place. And then I had these, these really real emotions that I want to be with this person for the rest of my life because the connection was just so, and that's something that they just didn't show enough of. I felt like he was reading my mind through a wall, and it was just this very surreal experience. And so I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. I mean, I'm with him now, so obviously that's something that I couldn't, shake off with pressure or anything, but it's something that, we can all show our true emotions and what we want the other person to see, but it really comes down to, how are you gonna take me in every single situation? And I always related, my actual life to what was going on in this really crazy experience. If I'm having a bad day one day, like, how are you gonna support me? Are you gonna think that I'm someone that's just like too overdramatic or all these things? And he won me over every single time, and it was just life condensed. So think about being in a relationship with someone for years and have it all come down to 1 month of trials, tribulations, beautiful moments, and just like unforgettable things that will stay with you forever.